Welcome, you guys, to another episode of TJU on Air. And today I am definitely far from home. Out here in Florida with a good friend of mine, Travis Doodles. If you guys have not seen his stuff, he does amazing things just like me, all in the name of Jesus, and has his own nonprofit, Worth and Purpose, and makes a huge impact in his hometown. And today we're going to get to hear his story and what drives him and some of the craziest things that have happened to him while he's been doing his outreach here in Lakeland, Florida.
Yes.
Man, this is crazy because we've been together now, hanging out for like a week and talking for a few years.
Yep.
And finally actually seeing each other in person and working together. It's been really, really cool.
Yeah.
I got to say, man, it is amazing to see how far you've came and all the things you do that you do not record.
Yeah.
I mean, you are busy, busy, busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, what made you start?
Well, it was kind of crazy because I was always a videographer by trade. Like my whole adult life, I've either been an artist, a barber, or a videographer. And I actually quit barbering to go into video full time. But I wasn't making videos for myself. I was doing like freelancing, doing commercials, doing like just stuff for other people. And this guy in Tampa, multimillionaire, he saw my work and he said, I want you to be my personal videographer. So I quit everything and only worked for him. And I was getting paid six figures. And my job was to ride around in Rolls Royces, private jets, yachts, and just film how rich he is. That was the job. He just wanted to be famous and he wanted to like kind of film his flashy lifestyle. And the older I'm getting, like I just want to chase impact. And so as easy as the job was, I was making more money than I've ever made before. I had a private driver and I'm literally sitting in the back of the Rolls Royce and I'm like, what is the point of this?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? Like, I don't care about flashy things. I don't care. The money doesn't motivate me. Yeah, we all need it. There's nothing wrong with having nice things, but that doesn't like motivate me at all.
Yeah.
And so I remember I was in the back of a Rolls Royce and I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't care about this stuff. And
Did the life seem kind of like empty? Like
to me, it's empty.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong with having money, but when the money has you, that's a different story. Like it becomes an idol and you're just, just chasing that. Like that's pointless to me. Yeah.
So life just it wasn't fulfilling. Like
No.
it seemed empty, chasing, basically things that have no value.
Yeah. And I've always wanted to do ministry. Like I've just always wanted to quit my jobs and just be in the streets.
How long ago did like Jesus become a big part of your life?
Almost 20 years ago.
And like during this time, before starting your channel, before starting your ministry, was it something you kind of always had in the back of your head? Like, I want to spread the word. I want to make more impact. I want to do something.
Yeah. I didn't grow up in church at all. So when I hit rock bottom and I was just searching for the purpose of life, I was searching for like, why am I here? And I just was in a big state of depression. I didn't know what the purpose of life was. And I hit rock bottom and I just prayed for the first time ever. I've never prayed before. And I was just like, God, like I'm not suicidal, but I don't really care if I live anymore.
Yeah.
And I just prayed. I said, God, show me you're real. Show me what the heck I'm doing here. And literally the next day I woke up and I went to the park and this homeless guy shared the gospel with me. He told me about Jesus and I'm like, and it was crazy because this guy looked just like my grandpa, which I don't really believe it was my grandpa. I don't believe in that stuff. If you're dead.
But you saw something that reminded you of him.
Yes. And being from New Jersey, like when I see a homeless guy, I'm just like, man, I got to go.
Yeah.
But since he looked like my grandpa, I was like, man, and he got me and he had the same blue eyes. And then he just started talking to me. He's like, hey, can I borrow your basketball? And he like started doing these trick shots. And when I was a kid, I used to make videos doing trick shots for my grandpa. So I'm like, all right, whatever. It wasn't even clicking to me yet. And then he's like, yeah, when I was your age, I was in college, I was lost, and I was an education major, and then I switched to business. It's exactly what happened to me. Mm-hmm. Then he said, that his dad was going to ship him off to the army, but then a school accepted him. That's exactly what happened to me. He just kept saying all these things, and it was like literally my life. And I was with my cousin. He wasn't even paying attention to my cousin. He was just like talking right into my soul, right in my eyes the whole time. And I'm like, wow, this is really strange. And so he just disappeared after that, and I'm like, what the heck?
You could
And
never find him again.
no, no, never saw him again. He just was gone, and I was like, man, that was kind of weird. And then I went, and then I'm sorry, and then so when before I was leaving, I get in the car, like he disappeared, and then when I get in the car to put the key in the ignition, he starts knocking on my window, and I swear he like came out of nowhere. And he was like, hey, can I talk to you for a couple more minutes? And then that's when he said, the Bible changed my life, Jesus this, Jesus that. And I was like, all right, whatever, man, And then I left. And I never saw him again after that. But I swear he disappeared. Then he like was like knocking on my window, and I'm like, this is crazy. And yeah, so then I went to college. Back from I was on like Easter break or something, and I met somebody. They invited me to a Bible study, and they showed me what the Bible said, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is this is this is it.
Yeah.
And my life was never the same after that night. Like I accepted Jesus, started a relationship with him, and it was just like, wow, this is the peace, this is the joy, this is life. And it completely changed my life, and there was no going back. I've tried everything that the world has to offer, and then once I just got a taste of Jesus, it was like, oh my gosh, what the heck have I been doing my whole life? And I can't explain it. Like, but the Bible says it's the peace that surpasses all understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't explain it. Like, it's just, and that's why I started this ministry, because I want people to know Jesus, because that's what changed my life. Like all these good deeds, everything that I'm doing, like that's great. I love that people do it, but like in my opinion, like if you do all this stuff and Jesus isn't attached to it, it's like, well, what's the point? Like it's all in vain, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what's the end goal? And the goal of me doing all this good is to show the goodness of God. Otherwise, I don't really have an answer yeah, it's good. You help people. You're trying to motivate people to do good and change the world. But for what though? Like, what's the end
What's the
goal
goal?
after we die?
Yeah.
And so I was just searching for like, what's the purpose of life, more than just everybody should be good and help people and all that. But like why though? What's the point of the big picture? And so once I got a hold of Jesus, like that was it. But when I was working for that rich guy and I just was like, I can't do this anymore, I really was like, God, like, what am I supposed to do? This is the easiest job, all that. And I just felt like God was like, well, quit your job and give away all your money. Like, put your money where your mouth is. Because I told my friend, I'm like, dude, if I had this guy's money, I would just give it all away. That's what makes me happy. And God was like, the second I said that, he's like, well, we'll do it. Do it now.
So, I mean, and you don't have to say the exact amount or something, but like when you started your channel, everything started. Now, your channel, if I remember right, was a lot of your drawings, your art in the beginning, a little,
Yeah.
and then it turned into more of you doing kind things and helping people.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit of both in the beginning, right?
Well, I started from scratch because I had a YouTube channel back in 2013,
Uh-huh.
and it was completely dead. Because, oh no, I'm sorry. I started in 2011, back when YouTube was like really starting to catch fire. You couldn't even make money on YouTube at
Yeah.
that point. And I just was putting my artwork out there with my friend. He would rap, I would paint, and we did like pop culture stuff. And the channel did decent. It got like, 40,000 subscribers. We did get millions of views. Like it was pretty consistent. And then like I started doing like celebrity paintings, because some of my videos got a lot of traction. And I was on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. I went to the Fantasy Factory with Rob Dyrdek. Like I was doing a lot of cool things. I met all these Hulk Hogan, all these different celebrities. And this was in like 2013. And then I was like, you know what? MTV was like the channel back then.
Yeah.
And I said, I want my own reality show on MTV. And so I just,
And what was it going to be about?
my artwork, my videos, all that stuff. And it happened. Like I got big enough on YouTube where a TV producer called me and said, hey, do you want to do a reality show on MTV? And I'm like, no way. And so I quit my barbering job, went right out to California, and we filmed for like 3 months, 7 days a week, 10 hours a day. And I had a reality show. And right when the show was about to come out, it was edited. And then my producer called and said, hey, we're going to shelve the show. And I'm like, what? and they promised me the world, a spin-off show. You're going to be like, it was the same time as Jersey Shore was going on. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like crazy. And but they said your show just doesn't have enough drama. You're too clean cut. You don't curse. You don't drink. You don't smoke. You don't try to hook up with girls. All the things that Jersey Shore was doing, I wasn't doing anymore because I was a fresh Christian. Like, I just don't live that way anymore.
Yeah.
And so there wasn't enough drama. There wasn't enough like craziness. It was all about street art. And they shelved the show. And my dreams were shattered. I stopped making videos at the time because I was so focused on being in California, and I didn't even have time. I was just doing the reality show. And then basically, I just quit everything. I got a bad experience out in Hollywood, saw some things behind the scenes. I'm like, dude, this stuff's crazy.
But that was a long time ago.
Yeah. So
from there
I
until
deleted everything. I got off social media, deleted all my videos, deleted all my presents, and
Yeah.
I was off social media for almost 10 years.
Were you Travis Doodles back then also?
No.
Oh, different name.
It was actually crazy part. My YouTube channel was called The Homeless Heroes. Yeah,
Okay.
The Homeless Heroes. And me and my friend, we were both like going hard for Jesus, and we're like, hey, like this earth is not our home. We're homeless here, but we want to save everybody. So we're the homeless heroes. It was kind of crazy
Huh.
because then I do homeless ministry later.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was doing homeless ministry back then. I just didn't film it. And I actually have a video. I could pull it up for you. It's like 14 years old, where I bought a homeless guy a bike, told his story. Like, I was doing this literally 14 years ago. I just wasn't broadcasting it to the world.
Why not?
I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't really film anything like that. I just
Do
was
you
like,
ever look back and like wonder if you did?
I mean, I probably would have, to me, it probably would have been one of the original
Yeah.
homeless helpers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's quite a few of us in the space now.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing it 14 years ago, but I don't know. Video wasn't even really a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it just came out, and I'm like, whatever, and it was just a video that I did.
So fast forward until you ended up quitting that job.
Yeah.
And like taking your calling.
Yeah.
You had a chunk of money from working.
Yeah.
And then that's when you, I assume, started your channel, your new channel, the one you have now.
Yep.
And then took some time to like pay your bills with that funding and also help people with it.
Yeah.
And that time, like, I know for me, it took a while until I actually made a significant amount of money. Like, I say significant, I mean enough to look at it like it could be a full-time job. But you were all in, but well before that. I mean, I tiptoed. I still had a part-time job and would slowly cut back days and hours until I saw money coming in. You went all in right from the start.
No, I did not do that at all. And anything I say is definitely not financial advice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm extreme. I go all in when I do something. And when I had the vision that I felt like I was supposed to quit my job and give away all my money, I told my wife, I said, hey, I really feel like God's telling me to quit my job and give away all my money. And I don't suggest anybody to do that unless you hear from God and you're supposed to do that. And I thought, maybe she was going to just talk some sense into me. Maybe I'm going through something. And she said, yeah, I think you should do it. Wow. I'm like, what? So if anybody who's married, that's probably a super weird conversation that you would have. But my wife is crazier than I am in a good way. And she was like, yeah, I think you should do it. So I just quit my job right away. And I just started giving away thousands of dollars a week to random strangers with no game plan. Just going out to the streets, paying for people's gas, paying for people's groceries, praying for people. Like, it just turned into a street ministry like that. And I was hooked. I'm like, I love this. I want to do ministry. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills or how this is going to work out, because I have about 20 grand saved up that I'm just going to give away. And I was just doing that. And I was like, well, maybe if I start a nonprofit, then I can be a ministry, and then maybe people can donate. And so I started the nonprofit called Worth and Purpose, because I want people to know they have worth and purpose. And the whole goal is that, like, everyone in this life is trying to hold on to their time and money. And I said, well, I'm going to radically give it away to show people the love of God. And so I did that.
Did you ever get donations before you started it?
Zero.
Okay.
I got no, because I wasn't asking. I was just making videos, giving all my money away.
For me, I followed the lead of a lot of other creators. I just put my Cash App, Venmo, all that stuff in my bio, and I didn't ask for anything. but it just started coming in.
Yeah.
And that was like how I started myself.
Yeah. Well,
So
after I got the nonprofit, then I did all that because I'm like,
how long did it take of you like making videos and putting it out there before you started the nonprofit actually?
well, when I started doing the videos, like it was kind of right away that I filed, but
Yeah.
it takes a little, like, I don't know if it's a month or two for the paperwork to go through.
Yeah.
So I wasn't legit for a couple months.
Now your videos, you started, what was it, like beginning of 2022?
I believe. Well, I quit in May. So May of 2022, I think, is when I quit my job and I started.
I think it was earlier than that, man, because I was kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, I was watching your stuff, like analyzing and like, whoa, I like what this guy does. I want to do stuff similar to this, but I'm not super religious myself.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave that part out because for me, it's just kind of, I'm open-ended with it. You
Yeah.
know, it doesn't matter to me where you stand on things as long as you don't hurt people and, you know, you have a good heart.
Right.
I want to help.
Right.
I didn't put more into it than that. But anyways, other than that, I mean, I liked what you did and like do things similar, obviously in my own way, my own spin on things.
Yeah.
But I remember about that time.
Yeah.
Things grew pretty quick for you.
Yeah. I mean, I went from 0 to 1 million followers and like, well, nothing was happening actually
Yeah.
at all. And then I met this homeless guy at the park named Mr. Bob.
Uh-huh.
And I just met him, and I had like very small following.
Is that the same Mr. Bob whose house we went to the other day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, man, this guy's homeless. He has cancer. Like, this is a terrible situation. And then I just asked my very small following, you know, hey guys, you know, I think I had like 1,000 followers on TikTok. Like, it was just small following. And I was getting like maybe 1,000 views on YouTube. Like, I was getting no views on any video I did. And then I asked my audience, I'm like, hey guys, this is Mr. Bob. He's homeless. He has cancer. Do you want to help me get him off the street? And I have a nonprofit. I'm like, yeah, maybe this will work. And I'm thinking maybe a couple $100 will come in because, you know, we'll get him off the street a couple nights and just help him figure out the next steps. Well, I woke up the next morning and the video had like 20 million views.
Wow.
And I'm like, whoa. And then that's when everything just started snowballing. It exploded on every platform. And then I was running out of money. Like, I didn't know how I was going to make this work. So I just put the donate button on my website after Bob's video went viral. And then $10,000 came in overnight. And I'm like, whoa, this is insane. But I had this other commitment that all my donations were going to go back out to the people.
Yeah.
So I still didn't know how I was going to make a living. So we took that 10,000 out, got him off the street, put him in a motel, then helped him get first month, last month rent. And then it's been 3 years. He's never been homeless again, and he beat cancer. So I'm like, dude, this is sick. This is definitely what I want to do.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's
and
awesome.
so after that video went viral, then every video started going viral. Anything I put out for months was getting millions of views. I'm like, what? This is crazy. I'm a YouTuber. And I just went from like 0 to 1 million so fast. And then like I was funded because social media started paying me. So I made enough just to pay my bills, which I'm like, this is great. And then donations started coming in, not $10,000 a day because that was a hard ask, but but enough money came in where I could, you know, fund the videos because people were like, man, I want to donate and help the next person. So I just started building this little generosity community online, and I'm like, this is crazy. And then I was like, wow, God, like I didn't think this was going to work out because I didn't know how I was going to pay my bills that month because I gave away all my life savings. I was giving away thousands of dollars a month. And then boom, like overnight, I was funded and the ministry was funded. And I just felt like that was my sign. Like God said, you know, I'm your provider.
Yeah.
This is what I told you to do. And you were crazy enough to say yes. And I am honoring your obedience. Because if you heard something from God and you're like, hey, quit your job and give away all your money, I'm not saying I'm the greatest person in the world and I follow God, like, yeah, but a lot of people would be like, nah, I don't think that's God. Like, nah, I'm going to not listen to that. But I'm all about obedience. And I was like, I know this is God. And I had total peace about it. And I did it. And I believe he breathed on it.
Yeah,
and
that's so funny. Your story is so similar to mine.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a viral video with William and Sandra, got like 40 million views. I just like TikTok was where I found my home for like the first 6 months or so. And that's where I went all in on TikTok. That was my thing. And that same kind of thing, viral video with them, a bunch of donations came in. You know, I got enough money to get them off the streets for months. And then I was like, whoa, and I have enough to go help more people too. Like all my videos started doing really well after that. People kept chipping in.
Yeah.
But I was still working. So I was still like, I had it separate where I was like, okay, my work covers my bills, donations go to helping people. I think I had 1 month where I made $1,500 on TikTok, and I was like, whoa, this could maybe work. Next month's like $500. Like, okay, it's not working yet.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster financially.
Until I was on all platforms, I didn't make enough to actually quit my job and go all in.
Yeah.
But that did happen. I stuck with it. And there were so many times when I was doing things where it got cut close. You know, I didn't know. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to have enough money to keep making videos. And I'm like, but I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to have faith that this is going to work. And every time it would get super close, I'd wake up the next day and there would be enough. It's like, what? This is meant to be. I'm just going to go with this. I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to have my faith that it's going to work, and I believe it, and I know it, and I'm fully committed, and I'm just going to keep doing this. That's what I mean. It's very similar. But like there was also times in the beginning for me where I got a lot of negative feedback, people saying bad things in the comments, you know, and I took it personally at times. I even doubted if I should even do this. And I myself went back out to the first 30 people or so that I filmed. I didn't explain that I had a camera on my chest and what I was doing with the videos. I didn't think I needed to. I saw these other guys on the internet. Didn't seem that they did. In fact, a lot of them I thought had hidden cameras. Mine was never hidden, and so I figured it was kind of obvious, and I didn't think I needed to explain. But then all the hate on the internet and the stuff people were saying, so I decided to go out and double check with all those people if what I was doing was okay. And there was all but like one or two. I couldn't find them, but everyone I found, and also made another video with, because they were like, no, I love it. It's awesome. Like, dude, nobody's done anything like this for me ever. And I saw my video. I liked it. It was cool. Or someone would be like, no, I never saw it. I never watched it. I don't even know where to find it. But no, I have no problem. Like you helped me. And so I was like, okay, as long as you guys are good with it, I'm good with it. I don't care what happens after that.
I don't care anymore about people talking. Because it's all noise. I know. I'm beyond the shadow of a doubt. I know that this is my calling. This is my, just the season I'm in. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And for me, faith-based, I have an audience of one. So I don't care if you say something good or bad about me. It's all noise, because I'm not doing it for the feedback. I'm not doing it to be praised. I'm doing it because I want to represent God, and I want to spread the love of God. And social media is the language of the world today. And so if Jesus was here, he would be making YouTube videos. He would be like, yo, watch me heal this guy. Bam. Like there's actually AI videos of, like, you know, now they're like the biblical, like the disciples, like if Peter had an iPhone and he's like, yo, I'm on the boat, right? Like, it's just like, it's the language of the world. Like, people were writing, which they wrote the Bible, and now we make videos to storytell. And so it's no different. So I do believe that, this is the language of the world. I have an audience of one, and it's all noise, whether you say good or bad.
What's your thought on, and I don't know the exact Bible verse it is, but it's like Matthew something. A lot of people recite it in my comments all the time, like you should not announce your good deeds or something like that.
Yes, don't tell your left, or don't let your left hand know what your right hand's doing, blah, blah, blah.
What's your
Matthew 6:1.
What's your thoughts on that?
So biblically, if you look at the context, so that was written to the Pharisees. So the Pharisees were on the street corners, praying in front of everybody in public and doing all the things like, look at me, I'm so holy. So that was written to the Pharisees. So it's a heart posture. So if you are not doing this for the praise of man, that scripture does not apply to you. Point blank. If you want the praise of man and say, oh, look at me, I'm Travis Doodles, I'm such a great guy, bam, Matthew 6:1 slaps you in the face. if you don't want the praise of man and you are doing this solely for God or just not for people to praise you, that it doesn't apply to you. Like Matthew 5:16 is actually the scripture to basically my ministry. It's on my Instagram and all that. And it's talking about do your good deeds in public so that your Father in heaven is glorified and people can see your good deeds. Like it's like that scripture to me is like, hey, if I do good and people see it, it makes people
Want to do good
want to do
themselves.
good. It makes people say, oh man, God is good. Like that has nothing to do with I'm so good, look at me. It's literally just spreading the love.
Yeah, and that's why I always
Like,
thought about it too. It's like it just feels right.
show the world your good deeds so
Yeah.
that your Father in heaven is honored. Like it's like I don't know. It's just
I've never done it like as like a look at me thing for clout kind of thing. It just feels right, and I hope that I inspire more people to do more.
Yeah.
And like also there's so many people that are too shy, too anxious, or in a wheelchair or whatever it is, disabled, and they can't go out and do what we do.
yeah.
But they can watch our videos and they can work through us.
Yeah.
And they feel like they're part of something and they've done something. And I think that's awesome that we can build a community where we can all work through each other and make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's so important because these people that comment, like, well, it's always people that aren't really doing anything. Like, could you imagine? I
Yeah.
don't even have the time to leave a negative comment or like, why are you worried about what I'm doing? Just keep scrolling, just keep going.
Yeah.
And these are the same people that are probably watching filthy videos and they're rooting for it. Like they're not commenting bad things on that. Like go comment on, fight videos or stuff like that and be like, dude, like what are you doing? You're making the world a terrible place.
Yeah.
I'm over here trying to help people and you're hating in the comments. Like that's just says more about the person commenting than anything. It's crazy to me
Yeah.
that you could, I don't know. It's
Back when you started, what did you know what equipment you were going to use, how you were going to do it, and what did it feel
No.
like going up to the first person with a camera on your chest? Or however you had a camera.
I was watching Jimmy Darts and I'm like, how the heck is this guy filming this stuff? I can see both of his hands. Like I looked at his, his reflection when he was at a store in the mirror, in the glass
Yeah.
of the store. I'm like, he doesn't have a camera on him. How the heck is he, what is this?
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
I saw that he had like a cell phone in his pocket during an interview. And I'm like, oh, that's how he's filming it. And I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I bought like this little Insta 360 camera.
Mm-hmm.
It was super small, like the size of my thumb. And then I would put it on my backpack strap. And so it wasn't like in your face, like, hey, I'm filming you right now. But I would tell people that I was filming for the most part. Like if I'm in a public place and I'm like filming a crap ton of people, I usually don't tell everybody like, hey, I'm making a video right now. But if the whole story is about you, obviously I ask for your permission and all that.
I remember I was so excited when we had that first phone call.
Yeah.
To talk to somebody else that was open and doing something similar, and like, and I was open. I wanted to share how I did things, how I filmed stuff, and I mean, I just wear a GoPro on my chest. I like to wear a button up over it. Can't really do that down in here in Florida. It's so friggin' hot.
Well, I got one.
But where I live, yeah. But that's what I do, and it was so cool to hear. And you were like, oh, I use the Insta 360. I think you mentioned you use it on a backpack strap. Back then. And I remember actually that was, I think what it was, I saw you in a reflection somewhere. I'm like, that's how Travis makes his videos.
Yep.
But it was so interesting to me. And same kind of thing. Watched all the other guys. How do they do it? And I just gave up. I'm like, I don't want to hide it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it out there. And I feel like after that first month and then seeing the feedback and actually talking with people made me feel a lot more comfortable just to tell them what's going on.
I'm still honestly not comfortable. I have over 500 videos, and it's never comfortable for me to walk up to a stranger with a camera rolling. It's just weird.
It is. It's awkward at first.
Yeah.
But after I strike the conversation and I'm like maybe 2 sentences in and I feel the vibe and it's like we connect and 9 times out of 10 we do.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's there anymore and I'm just talking to somebody.
Yeah.
And
the whole concept is just like strange. But obviously, I mean, I have, repeat people in now they're family. And now I have like a reality show with all these different people. And so, I mean, if I know you, it's so easy to film, but
It's
just that initial going up to a
uh-huh.
stranger, I'm like, this is
It still
weird.
feel that does still feel weird,
Yeah,
and at the same time, it like it's a little bit exciting. I think
yeah,
for me, it's a little bit like, ooh, how's this gonna go? I don't
yeah.
know, and
Well, I think that's why people are engaged too, because it's like you walk up to a stranger and you're like, oh, what's going to happen?
yeah,
But it's easier for me now though, because I have like the ice cream truck, I have a pizza van, I have a barber trailer. Like I have like an icebreaker. It's like fun
yeah.
versus just walking up to someone. I don't know.
No, and I still have the icebreakers with the things I give out. So I have a
Yeah,
backpack, I have socks, I have something to show that
right.
I am who I say I am,
Yeah,
and I do care. I'm here. I want to help.
yeah,
In the beginning, I had none of that. So,
yeah,
but somehow it still worked, and people wouldn't take off on me.
yeah,
I've actually had that happen more as time has went on,
yeah.
and I've had another creator mention to me that he tried doing something similar to what I do, and people would take off on him all the time.
Mm.
And he's like, I don't know how to do it. It's getting really frustrating. And I'm like,
I mean,
I
it
don't
really
know.
has to do with the person. Like I've never been
Yeah,
turned down because I'm just so friendly to people, and I just try to give off a good vibe, and they're always like, "Oh, sweet." Like I've never. I mean, obviously, I've had people that are like, "Hey, I just don't want to be on camera," but
hmm
I've never had like people freaked out.
I've only had it twice,
Yeah,
2 times. And they not that I agree with the reasons, but I understand them.
yeah,
And it would happen to anybody if it was the same instance.
yeah,
Doesn't matter who it was.
yeah,
There were other things going on there. That's fine.
yeah,
Yeah, man. So it's been a long time, and I don't think your goals in the beginning were what they are now. There's only growth. You can only change. You can't do the same thing forever, and things have changed a lot for you. Where do you see them going?
yeah. I mean, it started out I was just giving people cash and just making their day better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't plan any of this.
Do you ever miss those days?
I mean, it was a lot simpler.
Yeah.
I had a lot less overhead, a lot less things, a lot less responsibility.
We talked about that the other day where it was like, man, in the beginning, it was just like,
I was just editing in my bedroom.
yeah, editing at home and
Yeah.
just going out on your own. You don't have a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff. You're in whatever vehicle you had at the time. Things were pretty
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah. I mean, I have a studio now, an office, and a ice cream truck, a pizza van, a barber trailer, a big YouTube following. We just got our commercial property. Like it's a lot, and it's not as easy as it used to be as far as just bills, the simplicity, all that stuff. But I know that this is way bigger than me. And so if I could play it safe and just keep editing in my bedroom and not have any of this stuff, but I'm trying to duplicate myself, and I'm trying to get people involved in my community to come alongside me and then go do what I do without me. So it's kind of like making disciples biblically, or
Yeah.
just, evangelism at its finest. Like I'm all about creative evangelism. I didn't plan any of this. It was just, I gave God my yes, and then he just saw, oh, okay, you're faithful with the little, and then he just kept giving me more and more and more, and now we have all of these things. I didn't plan any of this.
Yeah.
I just was like, hey, I feel like you're telling me to quit my job and give away all my money. Yes, I'll do it. And then it was just like it turned into this massive online ministry, and now we have like 9 million followers, billions of views. We've given away almost $1 million so far, and we're just making a massive impact. And now we're like starting a homeless church, and just you can't explain it. It's just,
Yeah.
I just said yes.
Yeah. No, I feel similar in certain ways. I mean, mine has grown so much. It's crazy
Yeah.
now, and I can't believe where I'm at. I always feel like I'm behind. I always want to be further. I always want to do more, and I'm never really satisfied. Like, I feel good about what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm always behind. Like,
Yeah.
I always have goals, and
It's
it's
a lot.
always a lot to chase, and I like that, though. I feel like if I ever feel like I've done everything and I'm right where I need to be, I feel like, one, I'll get bored, and no matter what, I'll find something else to add on to my plate, because I just want to continue to grow and do more and expand and help more people and grow, and that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
So it's a natural stream of growth. But I do see the other guys on the internet that seem to do the same thing over and over, and it is still simple for them. Sometimes I look at that and I'm like, man, that sure would be easy compared to all the stuff I'm dealing with right now. I'm trying to juggle. But I don't think I'd be happy if I continued to do that.
Yeah.
Even now, if I don't reinvent, I get bored. I have to try different things.
Mhm.
Sometimes I think that's a fault because, you want to like, it works. Why not just keep doing what works?
Yeah.
Nah, this sounds fun. This sounds cool. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
And it always is fun. I always enjoy doing the things I do. But they don't always get the response that I think that they should, because it's like, that was such a great moment. That was so freaking cool.
Mhm.
Why didn't it get the response that this other one did that like was so simple?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that ever bug you? Do you have similar feelings like that?
I mean, it's hard when you're in the YouTube rat race. You're like, well, I don't care about the views. I got to just do what I got to do and just keep
Yeah.
going. But then you're like, well, if I don't get the views, then everything falls apart and I can't keep
Hmm.
doing what I'm doing. And so, yeah, I mean, I've had plenty of videos where I'm like, dude, this video is going to be so good. It's so good.
You put so much time
So much
into it.
effort. And then I put it out and it bombs. And I'm like, what the heck? And then I put out something that I didn't spend as much time on.
Practically slapped together in half an hour or
I mean,
whatever.
it was just definitely, not a masterpiece. And then it explodes. And I'm like, I don't get I'll never understand fully the algorithm or why some things blow up. Like, it is a mystery, even though obviously there's some type of formula because I have hundreds of videos with millions of views.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a mistake. I know how to edit, story tell. I have the formula, but there are some things where I just won't ever fully understand it.
No, I've seen that 1,000 times. I've even had videos that I've sat on where I'm like, yeah, I don't even want to put this out. This
Yeah.
is just so simple. I didn't do anything. The biggest reason is that I feel like I didn't do anything. It
Right.
wasn't enough.
Right.
And then eventually one day I'm like, I don't know. I've been so busy. I don't have anything or whatever it is. And I put it out there and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, the video did really, really good.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, I just like spent all this time and money and edited like hours of footage to get a 3-minute video. When I say hours, I mean like 10, 20, 30,
Oh,
40
yeah.
hours sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Condensing it into something to show I got someone off the streets. We raised a bunch of funds for them. We changed their entire life. And then the one where I buy someone a cheeseburger or something gets more attention. And
Yeah.
I've always just told myself, like, those ones help me do the other ones.
Yeah.
So it all balances out.
Yeah.
I just have to get it all out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people can't buy a homeless person $1,000 worth of stuff and put them in a motel for a month.
Not at all.
So you put a video out where you're just buying somebody a hamburger and then somebody watches it and says, you know what? I'm going to buy somebody a hamburger today because they can afford that. And then boom, you just spark that.
Exactly.
I've had literally thousands of emails of people saying, hey, I watch your videos every day and it just makes me want to do good. And I bought somebody coffee today or whatever. There's this little act of kindness that could have changed somebody's life.
So my goal with a lot of this stuff, I mean, ultimately is to help people get off the streets or help people get back on their feet or even prevent them from going on the streets, just to change their life however I can. Then now I want to do things where I just spend more time with people and have fun and give a memorable moment, something that is always there in time, something that they will never forget. And so, I won't either.
Yeah.
Like today when we went bowling, like that was so much fun. I will remember that for the rest of my life as one of my most the best days, But I don't know, like I wonder, I can't do everything that I wanted to do. I can't get 100 people off the streets in a year. Like for some reason I thought I was going to be able to do when I first started. Crazy. Not possible.
No, it's hard.
Way more that goes into it. So my overall goals are changing slightly, but for me, my goals are hopefully help people get off the streets, hopefully prevent them from getting on the streets, hopefully just change their life in some way, shape, or form. What were your goals when you started and what are they now when it comes to how you help people?
I really didn't know what I was doing when I first started, other than just I felt like that's what I was supposed to do. And the main mission was all faith based, like it was all gospel related. So the whole point of giving money or helping people or whatever, it was to make their day better, to have an evangelism moment to share the love of God. Like it's all about Jesus for me. Otherwise, like I don't get it.
Okay.
Like, that's my life. That's what's changed my life. And that is like, I serve a generous God who completely changed my life. And that is overflowing out of me. And that is why I do what I do. Otherwise, I really don't get it.
Okay.
And
And when somebody doesn't accept Jesus
yeah,
and you continue to help them,
yeah.
do you feel like you just got to keep going? You got to keep trying, or does it get to a point where like my energy might be better spent elsewhere? How do you
No,
feel about that?
it's all about relationship for me because, I didn't just wake up and have Jesus. Like,
Hmm.
God was working on me for years before I even knew it. Like, I can look back and see the people that God put in my life, and I just wasn't ready, I guess. So I don't ever cut anybody off because they don't believe in Jesus.
Hmm.
It just makes me, like, I guess, actually love on them even more
You want to
because
try even harder?
yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
well, I can't save anybody. That's God's job. It's like I can't do that, but I can just be an example and I can just love you unconditionally and be Jesus to you, basically. I mean, I'm flawed. Don't take that the wrong way. But like, some people don't read the Bible, they don't go to church. So I am like a disciple of Jesus. I'm like the closest thing that they have access to. So I got to represent God and show them and be the best example I can to them.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to be, oh, you're not accepting Jesus, so I'm just not going to talk to you anymore. Like, that would be crazy. For
Yeah.
me, it's just like, hey, if you don't accept the gospel, like, I can't force it down your throat. I'm just going to love you. I'm just going to love you unconditionally and be there for you. And if they have toxic behavior and they're, taking advantage of me, that's a different story where then it becomes toxic charity. And then I have to have discernment, and just because it's a good thing doesn't mean it's a God thing.
I feel back in the beginning there was a lot more toxic charity than you have
I think
now.
so because I was just trying to help
Just
everybody.
growing.
Now I have to vet people and be smart about the
Yeah.
resources, and I don't want to waste resources on people that really just don't want help or really are just trying to play the system. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. It's just hard. I don't want to get caught up in that, but I'm still going to love them regardless.
Yeah, totally.
I
I,
mean,
I I couldn't agree more. I feel the
yeah,
same way. I tell people all the time. It's a two-way street. I will put in what you do. And if you
yeah,
put in nothing and you have no effort and you just want me to pay for things for you, then like I can't do that.
yeah, that's tough.
Everybody in my eyes gets a chance or something, like one gift or whatever it is. I know that first initial meet and what I do for them that day. But ongoing help continuously is really difficult without seeing some sort of effort.
Yeah, I always try to urge them, like, all right, I'm paying for your motel, I'm helping you with your cell phone, I'm doing this and that, and like, we got to get a game plan together
Yeah.
because if I'm just paying all your bills and then you're just chilling, what are we doing here? I'm actually enabling you, and this is actually not good.
For me,
I'm not helping.
one of the hardest things to learn how to do was stop.
Yeah,
When am I enabling? When am I going too far?
yeah,
How do I cut this person off because they're not doing what they should be doing and I should put effort into other people? Also, how is the internet going to react to me doing this? Because I'll be honest up front, is like I don't always share everything. I don't put everybody's personal stuff all over the internet. So it can be difficult sometimes
yeah,
to like you have to almost share to an extent, hey, this person's not doing what they should be doing and it's time for me to move on. And I was really scared about doing that in the beginning.
yeah.
And then when I did the first few times, everyone had my back and everyone was like, hey, move on, go to the next person.
Mm.
Like they're not doing what they should be doing. Was that similar for you?
It's tough because I try my best to protect everybody because I don't want the internet to hate them.
Yeah,
But I
totally agree.
also don't want the internet to think that, like, they're doing amazing when they're not, and
Yeah,
then and they're like, well, why aren't you helping so and so? And so it's very hard to navigate those situations, and
such a fine line.
it's really hard because I really don't want to put people's dirt out there,
Yeah.
but I also don't want my audience to be mad at me because they're like, well, why did you stop helping that person? And it's like, well, if I told you the whole portion of why they're not really in the videos that much anymore, then I don't know. Like,
Because there's also this aspect to our channels. I myself try to keep mine like, I mean, I'd say like 2005 PG 13. not PG-13 today.
Yeah.
I try to keep it that, but there's also addiction and things that play into stuff, and it's real, and I want
Yeah.
people to see that, but also in a way in which I don't show certain things or
Yeah.
explain certain things and go into depth about that. And sometimes there's more going on that I just literally I'm not gonna show because I
Yeah.
don't know who's watching the channel, and I don't want to expose them to something that they shouldn't see.
Yeah, it's really hard
It's
because
difficult.
there's so much more. Like people just they watch a short video and they don't realize that you've spent weeks, months, at this point, years with these people, literally
Yes.
doing life with them. And it's like it's so much easier to or it's so much harder to I don't know. It's just really hard because it's just like you guys, you're all you're seeing is a 40-second video. You don't
Yeah.
realize that I'm literally doing life with this guy, dealing with his demons, helping him way more off camera than on camera. And you just don't see that part. So it's so loaded that I can't put it all in there. It's
To
just
be fair, these shorts that we both put out
oof,
show a lot of the like highlights and
highlights.
good moments.
Yeah, because I
Because
want to spread love.
exactly, and we want to share the good things, and we want people to be inspired. We want people to be happy. We want people to believe in other people.
Yeah. I always try
So
to edit to show the best version of that person
yes,
because I want them to watch the videos as well and be like, man, like this is awesome. I want to like basically edit to show you how God sees you. Like he loves you, he's
yeah.
for you, you're awesome versus like you're dealing with addiction and you suck. Like it's just it's
No,
tough.
because
You don't.
everybody has that light in them, no matter what they're going
Right.
through.
Yeah.
You know,
There's
so
hope. There's always hope.
exactly.
So, you know, I could my videos would be 10 times more viral if I actually put some of the stuff that happens, you know, like with addiction and all these things, but like kids watch my videos, like nobody wants to be viral for being a drug addict. So I don't unless they're like, hey, I want to tell my story and I want to beat this, or I have the footage and then I put it out after they beat the addiction. That would make the
Yeah.
most sense to me because it's
No,
a
then
hero
it's
story.
beautiful.
But I'm not trying to exploit people and be like, hey, look at this druggie. And like, no, like there's channels out there where the guys go around and film crackheads and put it out there and it goes viral because the guy is just tweaking. I would never do that to somebody. That's insane to me.
But it would get more views.
It would get more views. Yeah,
Yeah.
people love people just doing bad, and I'm like, nah, that's just
No,
not what I want to put out.
Our channels in itself could both be much more successful as far as views.
Yeah,
If we went down that road, just like the news does nowadays, you know, focus on
Oh,
all the bad.
worst.
Yeah. But I always wanted to be kind of not just the good, but you have to show enough to like keep people's attention too. So there's a balance there
Yeah.
because you do need the views to keep doing what you do. And so people have always said, you do it for views. And it's like, well, not in the way you think. I do it for views so I can keep doing it, but I don't chase the views because I definitely could do things much worse, not care about people, not have their best interests at heart, and perform much better. But I think that would be kind of a short game rather than this long game where you're building a relationship with people and you have goals long term to get somewhere to make a big impact and a big difference, and also not do that same thing over and over and over, just a money grab kind of thing, which I think there's a handful of people out there that do exactly that. And they seem to get more attention, and that's okay. That's okay because in the long run, we're building relationships with people that last, and also going somewhere that's really going to make a big impact and a big difference.
Yeah, yeah. I think the most frustrating part about making videos is just the people don't understand how YouTube or any of this stuff works, and they see millions of views and they just think like I'm a multi-millionaire.
I think the best comment I ever saw that was crazy was like, you get $1 per subscriber and you haven't
wish.
built a homeless
My
shelter
goodness.
yet. I'm like, oh, and they said per month.
Yeah.
Per month. I'm like, it does not work that
And
way.
they see the views and I'm like, I'd make short form content. You can't even put an ad on the short because the ad would be longer than the short.
Yeah.
It's not set up that way. So I'm not making nearly as much money as you think I am. You see these other big YouTubers that are, you know, making all these long form videos. I do shorts.
Yeah.
So you think I'm making $100,000 a month like these other massive guys, who have similar followings to me, which is like, that's the crazy part, that they're doing long form, making millions of dollars, and I do short form. And last month, I didn't even make $1,000.
Yeah.
Literally, I didn't. I could show you the analytics, and it's like, and people don't believe that. No, he's a millionaire. Like, and I'm like, no, I'm really not.
Yeah.
I didn't make any money, especially when the creator funds ran out. A lot of people that don't make videos, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the whole payment structure changed
Well, it's changed many times
many
on all
times.
of them.
But TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram all stopped paying me. So my income was cut, and then YouTube numbers went down. So my income was cut by 90% last year. So people are like, oh, he's making so much money. I wasn't even making that much money to begin with. But then my income got slashed by 90%. And then I was doing side jobs. No one even knew that.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, bro, if these people only knew. I don't even have a personal vehicle.
Yeah.
My ice cream truck is my car. And people are like, oh, he's a millionaire. He probably has this mansion. Dude, another thing that people don't know, and I don't care, I live in a trailer, a 1999 busted trailer.
Yeah.
I've sacrificed everything to serve people, and they think that I'm like in a Rolls Royce in a mansion. Like, I live poverty, and I've dedicated my whole life to ministry, and people think because I'm a YouTuber that I'm this multimillionaire. Just because you have millions
Didn't
of followers.
somebody say the other day that you're the rich guy with the ice cream truck
Yeah,
or something?
I heard you're the rich guy who gives away all this money in your ice cream truck. And I'm like,
You
but
know.
brand deals have helped me to keep this building and floating everything. And like God just provides miraculously like every month. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Or someone will call me and they're like, hey, God put you on my heart. Like, I want to give you $3,000 to cover you and your wife. And I'm like, whoa. Like, they're like, do not use it towards the ministry. It's for you guys.
Yeah.
And people want to help us. And I'm like, oh my, it's because honestly, it's like an urban missionary. Like, I'm a missionary, and people are like, hey, keep spreading the gospel. I got you. Like, because if I went to Africa and I'm like, hey, I'm going to be a missionary, I'm going overseas, people would be like, okay, we got to make sure you're covered. We got to make sure you're funded.
In the beginning, I didn't want to only help homeless people. I was like, I just want to help everybody.
Yeah.
But then you go outside, and what do you see first?
Yeah.
Homeless people.
Yeah. Mine started out as a generosity ministry. It still is, because we do more than homeless, but homeless is, I guess, what I became known for.
Me too.
But, you know, it's frustrating because the money in social media and everything, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's always been up and down. So it's always leveled out, but it is weird. But it's frustrating when you can't help as much as you want to. There's so much I want to do. And I'm like, well, I need more funds to do it.
Yeah, no, everything costs money, and it's endless. Like, it just, how far do you want to go?
Yeah.
I've learned that I think people actually appreciate my time more than they do the items.
Yeah, especially in the homeless community.
Yes.
The toxic culture that they're in, they just want somebody level-headed to talk to and a friend that they can count on and just get loved on. Like, it's really bad out there.
It's so easy to go and buy somebody something real quick versus actually to sit there and listen to them and hear them out and be a friend.
Yeah.
That actually takes more effort.
Way more. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm legit.
But it's more fulfilling.
Well, you've been here a week.
You got a lot of friends, bro.
You see that I'm doing life with people.
Yeah.
And people don't really see that. Like, there's tons of people that I've never made videos with, and I'm doing life with them regularly.
Yeah.
And you saw it firsthand, but majority of people have no clue how much I have invested in my community.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night right now, and we're still going right now. Like, people don't see that. They think, oh, he just makes a video, edits it, and then puts it out. I went from 7 a.m. and until, you know, it's after 10 o'clock right now, and that's every day. We've been going every single day you've been here, whether we were making videos or not, and it just never ends.
No, that's true. I had to take a short break this morning to do laundry.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's still life that you have to take care of.
This is life, dude.
But
this is not some game.
You don't have kids, so you're all in. I myself have a daughter, and when I'm hanging out with her, it's our time.
Yep.
You know,
That's good.
for a few years, it was a while. It was a while. It was like I put in every minute I had to this thing. You know, and I juggle my job and slowly dial back. And then the first year of just this full time, it was nonstop. Then my dad's health started it was always falling apart. But I made sure I spent time to go hang out with him and spend more with family. And I look back and I'm like, that's some of the best decisions I ever made.
Yeah.
And breaking away and having some time to myself also gave me time to kind of reflect and get some ideas, get inspired again, be more excited to go back out and help people, not be as worn down. I can't pour from an empty cup, right?
Yeah, no, that's so true.
And I learned how important that really was. And so now I try to have a little bit of balance. I'll be honest, after I had my whole road trip here, which is going to be like a month long nonstop, helping people, I will totally take a week to focus on personal stuff, catch up on stuff around the house, fix this or that, maybe actually prepare for the next road trip one way or another, but I won't be out helping people every day after I do this for like a week or something, whatever it is. But I'm still going to focus on things that are closely related, growing my brand and being able to build that so I can help more people and give more stuff away. Hopefully give people jobs down the road, some way, shape, or form. That's some of the things I've seen that it's so tough to see somebody who wants to get back on their feet or wants to work, or needs an extra $400 a month, but there's nothing out there for them, or no one will give them a chance, or whatever it is, because they slipped in their car or on the floor or on the ground or don't have an address, whatever, numerous things. Or I want to be somebody that can offer that to those people. So that's and then maybe even be somebody that down the road can donate toward your organization and give you items that you can help your people with. Whatever. That's a long rant of what I might be working on when I get home.
That'd be awesome.
But balancing it out the best I can. I wasn't balancing it very well in the beginning. Had a lot of videos, grew real fast. Man, so I'm curious, man. I ask people this all the time, but what's like one of the best days you've had, or one of the most memorable moments in this time that you've been helping people making content?
I would have to say probably Rhonda.
Of course.
Yeah. So I met Rhonda. Most people know her that follow me. She's just a lady that I met on the sidewalk with no legs. And she became the internet's grandma, one of the most viral people on the internet.
Yeah.
And she exploded online. And, she was suicidal the day I met her. And she said basically after she blew up on YouTube, like she felt love for the first time.
That's wonderful.
Millions of people loved her. They absolutely loved her. And she just felt, just so alive. And she was homeless when she was 11 years old, had a terrible trauma-filled life. And when we met her, like we gave her the last, best couple years of her life. And we got to remodel her bus, helped her learn how to walk, like just absolutely amazing things. And YouTube kept her going. She was like, when are we going to make another video? I love these people. All the kids loved her. They'd send her fan mail. Like she was just a celebrity. She was so cool. Famous.
More than you.
Yeah, no. Yeah. People, like we would go out in public and people would be like, oh my gosh, Rhonda. Like they wouldn't pay attention to me at all. And I thought that was so cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's the famous one, not me.
Yeah.
And she just, she was just like my grandma. And she just said, before the videos, nobody would touch her with a 10-foot pole. And now she's, like getting love like she's never felt before. People taking pictures with her, wanting her autograph, sending her pictures, like drawings of her, like just like crazy. And she just exploded. She had hundreds of millions of views.
Yeah. And
she just couldn't get enough of it. She's like, I never in a million years would imagine that people from all over the world would love me. And it was just so cool to take somebody who had no hope. I mean, you could see from the first video to the last video, she was a completely different person.
I know this is, I'm not going to do well. I'm not going to do well with this, but I was like, Travis, and then
Rhonda.
There it is. Yeah, every time,
best,
man.
People fell in love with that.
Has there ever been a moment or something that happened that made you want to stop doing what you're doing, or made you second guess yourself?
There was a couple times where I got so many negative comments because like people...
Negative comments?
Yeah, people... Well, this was in the very beginning. Like
No, I've had that too. I've had that too. Yeah,
between Jesus and just, doing good deeds on camera. I mean, I always want to represent my faith, but like I was getting so much hate where I'm like, man, maybe I just shouldn't do this. But then I was like, wait a minute. If you're getting hate... To me, it's almost like you are doing something. I was getting way more love than hate, but
of course,
but just I was getting so much hate where I'm like, man, I don't like just being hated on all the time.
Hundreds and hundreds
Yeah.
of positive, amazing comments. Two very loud negative ones
Yeah.
that just stick
Like,
with you
dang.
until the next morning.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
Yeah.
But then one thing that was pretty crazy was a guy chased me with a knife.
Oh,
Yeah. And I wasn't even making a video or doing anything, but just I was in my element of the people that I serve. And this guy just like, to me, it was like a demon manifestation. It was weird because I was at this gas station and I walked up to this guy and I was like, hey, you need anything? Because I always just ask people if they need anything, whether I'm making videos or not. And you could tell he was kind of like on something, but and like it was almost like this demon like started manifesting in him. And I don't know where you're at in the spiritual realm of what you believe, but that is 100% real, especially when you're carrying the Holy Spirit. And this dude just like started like manifesting, and I walk up to him, I ask him, and I'm like, you need anything? And he goes, oh, you're the giver. And I'm like, what does that what does that mean? And the demons, they know what you do. And he said that, and I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, what do you need? And then he just like, I don't know, man, just started going on another level. And so I go out and I give him the water and the snacks that he wanted. And then this dude straight up just pulls a knife on me and starts chasing me. And the craziest part is like I wasn't even that scared, even though it's crazy and scary. But I feel like if you saw me across the street, like I had a smile on my face. Like I'm like, I know that this is a demon chasing me right now. And his pants were so low to the ground, he couldn't catch me. Like I'm pretty fast. But he was just, I don't know, it was crazy. And then I was like, wow, like that was spiritual. That was not normal.
did that make you second guess or second, like, did you?
I mean, yes and no. I was like, oh man, this is pretty wild. Like this is spiritual. This is demonic stuff. But then I was like, well, this is what I'm called to do.
Yeah.
Like this is what I want to do.
So, all right. That's crazy,
It
man.
was, man. This
Yeah.
guy legit. Oh no, but the craziest part was, so I ran away, and then like he went away, but he could still like be seen in the distance. So then I like my car is still at the gas pump. So then I run to the gas pump, thinking, all right, I'm just gonna get away from this guy. Well, he sees me from the distance, get in my car. So then he runs to my car. I go to the road to drive off to the road and go away, but there's traffic. So
Oh,
this guy takes the knife out and starts smashing on my window. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my window's gonna break right now. And this guy's gonna just start stabbing me. But it didn't happen. He literally just kept banging and the window didn't break. And I'm like, oh, thank you, God. And then finally a car, I don't know if the car saw what was going on, but he let me go. And then I just drove off and the guy was just screaming, banging on my window.
yeah. That's
I know you, bro. It
definitely.
was like rage. Like it was a demon. It was not no human being acts like that without a demon going crazy inside of him. And so it was wild. That was the craziest thing that happened.
All right. Well, I'm curious, man. Now that you've met this Just Nate guy, in person, have you had fun working together?
It was a good week.
Definitely.
It was definitely
I've had a
fun.
blast, man. It's
Yeah,
been really cool. Really cool to see how much you do in your community. You really do help a lot of people. You've built amazing relationships. It's really awesome. And I've seen you now kind of go, you still help the homeless a lot, but you also work with people that aren't, help kids, making an impact all around. And I really respect that. I think it's amazing.
appreciate it.
Last question. It's going to be difficult to answer this in this setting here.
Yeah.
Hug or handshake, bro?
Well, I would.
We're going to
I
have
mean,
to get up.
handshake's easy, but yeah, there's
No,
like
we got to get
microphones
up.
everywhere. I just.
I mean, if you
I mean-
want to hug, if you don't.
No, I'm a hugger.
All right.
But yeah, this.
Thanks for coming on the
We
show,
just gotta
bro.
go.
Let's scoot out
Yeah.
and hug it
These
out.
wires and poles everywhere. Ah. There you go.
buddy.
Bring it in.
Love you, dude.
Love you, man.